Hello, Cassie. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm really good. Thank you so much for allowing me to record this part of the interview. We have chatted a little bit about your resume and some of your experience. What I would like to do is kind of work backwards. So, I understand your last position that you held, you were at Brown and Brown. So, tell me what you were doing at Brown and Brown. Like, what did a day look like for you? A typical day.
I would process endorsements as a technical assistant on a property team, and I
Mhm.
would run drivers for the specific clients that I had. I would check policies, check policy forms, and then get the policies back out to the account manager so that they can do the same, make sure everybody
Okay.
was up to speed. I would train new people that came in. And then when I switched over to certificates, I strictly put out certificates all day long, and
Okay,
folded
so
them and
you
got
worked,
them.
I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but so you worked in the insurance side of what they do.
Yep, the commercial insurance.
Insurance. So were you speaking to customers or were you doing this like were the orders coming to you like via email? Like how did you get your work that you were doing?
Typically, they would come in via email. Sometimes they would call if there was like an urgent request or something needed to be
Mhm.
changed. But most of the
So
time, email.
were you assisting internal customers like the account managers, or were you assisting the actual clients?
On the certificate side, you assist the actual clients.
Okay.
When I was doing endorsements and policies, you're assisting the account managers.
Okay. So for someone without insurance experience, when you say endorsements, can you tell me what that means?
So the like addendums that get added on to your policy. So if you
Mhm.
want like additional coverages. So anything that literally gets stacked onto your auto policy or onto your property policy, those are things that I'm checking and doing endorsements for. Or you added a vehicle, I'm
Mhm.
doing that.
Okay.
I'm processing
So,
those.
so what type of skill set, like if you were the hiring manager for that job, what type of person would you be looking for, like ideally? Like what skills um, did you have that you brought to that job that a hiring manager would look at and say, "Oh my gosh, yes, this person needs to be like for me, my job, of course, I'm recruiting. I need to be able to talk to people. I need to be able to ask questions. I need to be detail oriented, all of those things. So, for someone who's not in the insurance industry, if we're translating the skill set to a different job, what do you feel like, let's say three top skills would someone need to have?
You have to be completely detail oriented in Microsoft Office and understand the system completely.
Okay.
You have to be able to multitask under pressure and um, focus with noise
Okay.
and
Lots of
like
distractions, right?
in a heavy environment. So yeah.
Okay. So tell me about a time maybe that you had lots of things going on. Let's say we had the phone ringing, email buzzing, and your boss asking you to do something. How does that look for you to prioritize?
I do whatever was the biggest priority that the literally whatever the manager said had to be done, that's what got done. And
Okay,
then if somebody
wonderful.
called and said that there was something urgent, brought it up to their attention. And if they said take care of that first and then the other thing, then you automatically have to shift gears and get it done, go back to the other thing and be able to jump right back in,
Okay.
get it
And
done.
then tell me a little bit about like phone interviews, or if not interviews, I'm sorry, like phone interaction. So your position before this one, I understand you were in property management. Did you ever have a position that you were answering, inbound calls, making outbound calls?
Oh, that was a daily occurrence in property management.
Okay.
You take calls all day about what residents need, or people looking for an apartment, or maintenance requests, or somebody that needs to pay their rent and they can't, or they're coming to pay.
Hmm.
Oh my God, don't close the office, all sorts of stuff.
Oh, I get it. What about data entry? Have you ever had a position where you were responsible for entering lots of data and making sure it was super accurate?
All of the jobs.
All of the jobs.
So
Okay,
yes.
great. All righty. And then
So 15
have you
years of
ever
experience for that.
there you go. And lastly, I'd like to ask you about a time, maybe, we always want customers to be very happy, or clients, but we know sometimes we can't please everybody every day. So tell me about a time maybe that you had when somebody wasn't so happy, and what you did to try and turn that around.
Um, well, I'd have to go to the property management side of it, mostly because in the insurance side, they were very, if somebody's not happy, you have to turn it over to the account manager because that's their
Hmm.
technical client to take care of. But on the property management side, I had more free reign to take care of, um, the prospects and the clients or the residents. So if somebody wasn't happy with something when they moved in, um, which happened one time, I think somebody moved in and like the water in the, what was it, the vanity, the sink in the bathroom, it just, there was nothing that you could do. You couldn't call for it. It just broke and it flooded
Oh
their
no.
apartment as they were moving all of their stuff in. So they had to move all of their stuff back out into the truck. Everybody had gone home. So they had to call emergency maintenance. Obviously, they were floored, soaking wet carpet.
Oh no.
And on the fly, I'm like, look, we have another free apartment. Put them in there, give them the keys, switch out the locks, same locks that are on the other apartment, switch the locks. We'll make up the lease tomorrow. Put them in there.
Okay.
I was
Were they
like,
happy?
make them happy. I mean, they were not thrilled that they obviously had to move their stuff twice, but
Sure.
none of their stuff was ruined. They still got to move their stuff in timely and everything got to be taken care of. And then
Okay.
obviously maintenance still had to go back and fix all the stuff.
Sure. Pick the other one. But so that shows, I feel, definitely quick thinking, problem solving skills, about being able to, okay, well, as opposed to just having them wait, or something like that, you quickly acted, you got them what they needed, and, they were able to sleep in their new home that night without being too inconvenienced. All right. Well, wonderful. That's all I have for this part of the interview. But don't hang up though, because we still have lots more to chat about, and some of the positions that we have, and a few more interview style questions. I'm gonna stop the recording. I'll be right back.
Okay.